All right, family. Yes, it's the time you've been waiting for. Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard, your resource and information show for people getting better with age. Well, joining us once again is our friend Pat Edmonds. She is no stranger to our community, to a viewership, and to our listenership. She's going to bring it again. She is representing two properties. She's a busy lady. Prairie Green at Dixie Crossing and Prairie Green of Phase Point.
All
I
right.
call them almost like a cruise ship on land, everyone. Let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. Tell your friends we are live here. Senior Talk Media, Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard. We're live and we're going to be right back after our opening. Everyone stay tuned.
If you're looking into retirement communities for yourself or a loved one, what factors should you consider? Retirement communities usually include a variety of benefits, such as utilities, meal services, housekeeping, laundry services, transportation, medical care, social activities, and wellness programs. All of these come together to promote core values such as health, safety, and connection. Phone, cable, electric, gas, water, and sewage bills are usually taken care of, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of a bunch of bills. Most communities offer restaurant-style dining, and some even provide 3 daily meals to residents, which eliminates the cost of grocery shopping, the hassle of cooking, and washing dishes. Retirement communities also provide services like daily tidying up and weekly housekeeping, so you don't have to worry about household chores and upkeep. Communities also provide laundry services, so you can skip the hassle of washing and folding clothes. Additionally, communities offer local transportation by professional drivers to ensure your loved ones get to and from errands, appointments, and activities safely. Transportation is also provided for social outings in the local area. Depending on the community you choose, many offer varying levels of care to meet the medical needs of your loved ones. It's common for nurses to be available 24/7 to ensure round-the-clock care and safety for residents. Independent living offers all the comforts of home, plus the support of staff, dining, housekeeping, transportation, activity programs, and more. But if you or your loved one needs more support, don't worry. Assisted living is similar to independent living, but offers extra care when it comes to daily tasks such as bathing, dressing, and medication management. Memory care helps people living with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Memory care communities provide safe, secure, and comfortable environments to put residents and their families at ease. Many assisted living communities also offer skilled nursing to help residents recovering from surgery, dealing with illness, or in need of long-term specialized care. Connection is an important aspect of senior living. Communities often support this through social programming, including happy hours, outings, cooking classes, gardening activities, special events, acting classes, and so much more. Senior communities promote health and wellness for the residents. Along with prompt medical support, daily wellness activities are available, such as yoga, water aerobics, and even Wii Sports. Each retirement community is unique. There's a huge variety of services, programming, and levels of care. Consider what aspects of retirement community living are most important to you or your loved one to find the sweet spot between quality of life and quality of care. The most important part of your search is the final step. Visiting a community provides you with a better understanding of the culture and personality, which helps you determine if it's a good fit for you and your next chapter. Contact a retirement community near you for more information.
Well, let me tell you, welcome back, Pat. I am so excited to have you with me again. Let me tell you, it is by no coincidence the great team that you have. We thank you for making this important. More importantly, this is also Older Americans Month, the month of May. Of course, we're going to be celebrating the year long because we take care of seniors 365 days, maybe 64 minus our birthday, and sometimes on the birthdays as well.
That's right.
Well, let me tell you, first, I want to welcome you back. It's good to see your smiling face. How have you been, Pat? I mean, the last time we were together, we were in COVID real deep.
In the thick.
In the thick of things, real talk. So now we're exercising our bodies a little bit more to know we can come outside and be amongst people. What a good thing that is, to be amongst people. We're still suggesting to those who choose to wear a mask, please do so. It's not going to be a thing that you're looked upon in a frown, because I still wear my mask. But we now got outings and things that are happening. But how have you been since the last time we've spoken? We've been together.
Well, first, thank you for having me back. I am doing well, and my residents are thriving and shining and smiling. So, yes, things are slowly opening back up. Because we're still under the state protocol, being a healthcare resident still will need to wear their mask in the community when they're outside their apartment. But we have resumed our programming and activities and events with the residents, just with some minor modifications, with the amount of people in this group setting. But yes, we're getting back, and I love it. I love it.
Well, let me tell you what a task it was and continues to be. But I want to give a cheerlead out. I don't have my pom-poms with me. The older American community, hello friends, hello family, hear me. The older Americans were, I would say, the most disciplined. Now, we did have some that were stubborn, be very clear, but they jumped on it and got a part because they were first issued the vaccination.
Correct.
They jumped on it. I mean, they were the most vulnerable, if you would say. So they jumped on it, and they are doing what they should be. They line dancing, they stepping. We're going to talk about your parties, your outdoor activities. I said, man, I had to make sure I come check out some of those events that you're doing, because it's a no-brainer. But let's talk about, as we mentioned, the head of where we are is Senior Lifestyle Communities, which is a beautiful term. Tell us about the avenue of supportive living. What does that mean to a senior, as opposed to the myth of nursing home and independent care? Just make a little synopsis of all that, if you would.
So pretty much supportive living is apartment style living with support services as needed. That is the simplest definition of supportive living.
Okay.
So an individual that may just need light assistance, maybe all the way up to needing a little bit more assistance than maybe their neighbor, they would be a true candidate to be a resident, not a patient, but a resident.
Thank you.
Of the community.
Right.
So notice I'm using community. So
right.
Yes, yeah.
And so
it's for seniors 65 and older.
Now you have a group. How do I call it? I will call them as someone said in a meeting last week, we are retired teenagers.
Yes.
Tell us about your residents, because I want people to really take the opportunity to consider this as an option for your loved one. As she mentioned, they have their own independent resident where they have their own apartment. But tell us give us the life in the day in the life of one of your residents, because they have their own apartment unit, so people can understand what's happening.
So I have a couple of residents that are truly, my youngest, again, because we're 65 and older, they pretty much light assistance. Only thing we're really doing is providing the 3 meals a day, but they're having that companionship with other peers and their neighbors in the community. And I have to admit, just because they become a senior, love does not stop. So we have a lot of couples in the building. I'm just saying.
Very clear.
Just saying. So, yes, they're still adults. They still can come and go as they please. They're not prisoners or anything. This is their apartment home.
Yeah.
But we're just here for extra security, extra support when needed.
I'm laughing inside because I know I have been to some of these communities and they wearing heels taller than me. I mean, life does not stop because you retired. I think it's we got the group call that are actually stepping right now called the Swinging Seniors. It's over there. Malcolm and Esther party, and then you have the groups called the Black Singles Network, Single Black Seniors Network with Jerry Lawrence. So she's in the Hyde Park, Brownsville area, but does events across the city. So let me tell you, they are living longer. And as my friend Terry Jackson would say, we want to live younger, longer. And they are doing it. They are doing it. So
as they say, they're living their best life.
That's right. All the time. So you represent, you're going to be representing 2 communities today. We know you're out and Dixie Crossing. Woo-hoo!
Yes, in Chicago Heights.
Chicago Heights.
Yes,
And so first thing that, my husband and I, we were driving around and we always I always said, it's good if there's transportation for seniors to go to have activities, but making sure there's not a food desert in these areas sometimes where they put some of the senior communities. Mm-hmm. So what is the area of Chicago Heights around your community? Is there shopping, for them things to be engaged? Can you tell me more about that?
So we're right off of two major thoroughfares. We're right off of Dixie Highway. So those that like to drive the historic Dixie, Route 66, you can do that. And we're very close to Lincoln Highway. So we're next door to a staple in the community, Skyline Restaurant. We have a new middle school next to us, and those that have attended Bloom Township is right down the street. So we're right in the heart of the neighborhood, as well as the Chicago Heights Park District.
Fantastic. Now, what is some of the things that you can say your particular residents enjoy? I mean, I know there was a while back where we were talking about encouraging families to consider the option, and it's not a nursing home. Please, let's be clear, because we're going to have tours. We're going to tell you about it. I mean, but what are the things that you have to go through during, let's say, this COVID process to keep your resident attendance or rental increased, to keep your numbers up? Because some people may want to take their loved one with them during this COVID process. How did your team put that into action through the COVID process?
So when we were in the midst of thick of COVID and the pandemic, families had the option to take their family members home if they wanted to. It's just that we had to follow the CDC and state guidelines in regards to quarantine and all of that. So there is really was no restriction with that. Currently, even still being a resident of the supportive living community, residents can still come and go as they please, and they can stay out, have vacation time, and go with families. However, there is a limitation. So the state does allow residents, if you will, have to say 30-day vacations in a calendar year. So yes.
Well, 30 days.
Yeah, the girl needs a month vacation.
Okay. So with you now, tell us what's on the uprise, because you sent me a calendar. It was just too long to put in print. I'd rather make a commercial out of the upcoming events you got going on. So tell me what's upcoming, and then we're going to get into some more meat about the conversations, because we'll get to that. But let's talk about your events that are upcoming first.
So the events that I have upcoming here at Chicago Heights location at Prairie and Dixie Crossing during the months of May and September, and these are all monthly. So we have a monthly senior brunch club for seniors 65 and older that we're going to be hosting, so they can come and have brunch with me, and then they get to have some outside presenters speaking on aging services that are related to seniors, so they can live their best life and continue to age wonderful in place.
So wait a minute, the brunch club, is that monthly?
That's monthly.
Okay, when is the next one? Give me the date on that.
So the senior brunch club is the third Wednesday of every month from May through September.
Okay.
And that's at 10:30. And that's for my seniors 65 and older.
All right.
And then we've added an outdoor cooking demo for seniors. So yes. So that's being held every second Wednesday at 2 p.m. on our patio outdoors. So that way they can have something nice and quick and fresh and light for the summer. Yeah. And you also get a copy of the recipe as well. So it's going to be real simple for that they can duplicate and replicate for themselves at home.
Now, who are these chefs? Who is preparing these meals?
So it's our own chef of our dining services.
Okay.
And we're also going to have a guest chef coming as well.
I like the word fine dining services.
Yes.
That's beautiful. So go ahead.
And then we also have our outdoor line dancing. That's one of our popular ones. So generally we were having it in the middle of the week. So it's going to be the second Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m. And we added a Saturday class. So the first Saturday, actually starting this Saturday on the 7th at 10 a.m. That's open to all ages.
Really?
And yes, all adults, they can come on out May through September. Once a month, we're having that outdoor line dancing.
So who is the line dance instructor?
Dawn, the dancing diva.
Wow, she's a dynamo. Okay, you're in good shape. You're in good shape.
Yes, it's a beginner's class. So if you had 2 left feet and no rhythm, come on.
All right. She said, come on. That's beautiful. So let's talk about, one of the things that I push is to ask people and families to consider this as an alternative. A lot of life happens. Let's go there. And sometimes we may lose a loved one. And so the element of what do I do now? Mom lost dad or dad lost mom and the kids are grown and this house is here. I want to still continue my best years. I want to be able to enjoy friends and outings. So what happens now to have that conversation to say, maybe mom or dad would love to be in a senior lifestyle community? How do you get that conversation going?
So generally, I am meeting with that adult child or family member on behalf of that senior. And, they're on board because, they're like, okay, I can't, I'm working full time. I got my kids. Now I got to stop and add and go and see and check on mama. She need help. I can come visit, but doing all this stuff is a lot.
Yeah.
So generally, I'm coaching and helping the families understand that's verbiage that's being used, because for seniors, that this option wasn't existent for them. All I knew was my house, apartment, go back to my kids' house, and I'm not trying to go to a nursing home. But to hear supportive living or an affordable assisted living, it's a new concept. So it's just pretty much letting them know this is an apartment style living. You're not giving up anything. Yes, you're downsizing, but at the same time, you're upsizing because you don't have to worry about the maintenance of an entire community. Outside of your apartment, there are so many common areas in the communities now. Even in our community, we have a pool room, we have a puzzle room, we have club lounges you can hang out in, we have a fitness center. So everything that I call that they give an obstacle or an objection to, that answer has been remedied in an assisted living or affordable assisted living community. Even for those that say, I don't want a homemaker coming in because I don't know those people. We have the CNAs here 24/7 that are our employees.
Right.
So guess they're going to be here. We vetted them out, so you don't have to worry about that concern. You have the nurses here intermittently throughout the day for them. Ours are here 12 hours a day. For those that need, therapy, we have outpatient therapy on site. So we're here not as I don't want to even look at it as a crutch, and that might be an improper word, but it's again to keep them at their present level of function and that they can just live their best life and age in place.
Amen. Well, let's do this. We got a video that will take care of that, of everything that Pat has mentioned. This is a video from Prairie Green and Dixie. Everyone stay tuned.
I walked in, I just thought it was beautiful. I thought it looked like a hotel. I loved the color combination. In my former life, I was a social worker, so I have been in lots of adult care buildings. I've never seen a space like this.
Community is fresh and new. I have a great view of the little ballpark and the trees.
Prairie Green, we provide everything from light housekeeping to laundry services to daily escort, medication reminders, all that little extra stuff.
All the chefs are really great.
Oh, the servers are wonderful. I think they are the nicest. We have programs that keep me busy.
Let's go.
So busy that my children can't get a hold of me.
Good shot.
I've seen a lot of positive changes. There are a lot of activities. She feels needed, she feels wanted, she feels included. Her memory has improved, her balance has improved. She came in on a walker, completely dependent on the walker, and a week and a half ago she said, I would like it if you folded that up and put it in the back of the closet. I don't need it.
The staff is wonderful. They're very supportive and very kind.
We all work together to make sure that the seniors have a good place, a secure place, a safe place.
Our community is so tight-knit because we all genuinely care about each other. We see family members come in all the time for our residents and we know them by name.
I am so impressed with the caring level of the staff.
Prairie Green is just so special in many ways.
And I just love it here because I think this is the place to be.
I like my girl who said, I'm so busy, my kids can't keep up with me.
Yes, yes. And you know what? That is so true. I get that from family members and they move in and they're calling me, I can't reach my mama. And I said, she's in the program. She's on the room. She's safe.
Yes. But you know what, Pat, if we could be honest, this is still, you've been around for quite a while, but this is still virgin.
Yes.
Because we're used to just caring for our loved ones in home. They may go to the church outing or something, but how long has this self-supportive living element been around?
Supportive living has been around 24 years.
Really?
Yes. The program has been around 24 years. Our community is the newest on the block, the two Prairie Green, so it's 9 and 8 years.
Okay. So that's why it's kind of virgin to our community because we let's say, I'm speaking of those of color. Mm-hmm. We're very tight knit to keep our loved ones at home.
Yes,
we're just not going to cater to mom. I'll take care of mom and dad and da 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 da. Mm-hmm. But let's be clear. There's a new day. There's a new day where you have people who are licensed and trained to take care of your loved one and treat them as family, as you heard. Correct. So that was the property from Dixie Crossing where you are. So we got another video and we're going to just cut it short because we're going to come back in June and talk about some more things, but definitely get those events to me, Pat.
I will.
Let me ask you this. How is your daddy doing? Because he is a charming and handsome man. I said, he got to be busy with you. How is he doing?
So my 90-year-old dad is doing fantabulous.
Absolutely. We like that. Absolutely. So is he a resident of one of your properties?
No, he's not a resident. He's still living at home in his own home. However, I wish I could take him with me when I do presentations. Yeah. So, he's aware. He's like, now, I know if I need to give up the keys because I come there with you. I say, yes, you'll come with me. So right. He's receptive and accepting.
Okay, that's good. We'll take that. Mm-hmm. So again, everyone, as I mentioned, let me just put it here. The properties are single. You go to seniorlifestyle.com. You can put in the search word Phase Point, which is in Blue Island.
Correct.
And then the Dixie Crossing.
Correct.
Which is in Chicago Heights. We're going to play that video and then we're going to just go off air because let me tell you, you're going to be getting some calls and some information and it's going to be a no-brainer. I am so excited that we are on this side of COVID. Praise Jesus.
Yes,
and we can look and have a great time. But when you get through, we're going to talk after the show because we got some great things ahead. So everyone stay tuned. I want you to see their other property, which is of service to you. And that is Prairie Green at Phase Point in Blue Island. Everyone stay tuned.
My daughter and I came over.
My
daughter and I came over, and I was very, very much impressed. I just love the studio apartment, and I wanted to move in right away. The food is nice.
We have 6 different items available for them to choose on the menu, as well as diabetic desserts. They have a variety.
If I just want something light, I can get soup and sandwich. If I want something where I got vegetables and everything else, it's a well-structured meal
We offer the beauty shop. And we also have Genesis Therapy Company for the speech and physical therapy. One of the other things that we also offer is activities.
I like the movies they do.
I like Wii Bowling.
He participates in the dancing.
To see the residents up and dancing and just having a good time, I think that's just awesome.
The staff's good to me.
Every employee, they love what they do and they come to work and it shows. I love to work for seniors because our community gives them security, it gives them a peace of mind, and they become like my second family.
It's my home. And I really do like my home a whole lot.
Oh, well, I just think it's magnificent. It's just outstanding to me. And I like it, I love it.
She said, I like it, I love it.
Right, yeah.
You know, it was almost it is heartwarming, let me say that, to see them being served.
Yes.
In that manner with apron, and I get to choose. One said, if I want a soup and sandwich, I got options.
Yes.
How classy is that?
Mm-hmm.
They've
worked all their lives. It's time to be a
what an awesome. I like that. And the men playing pool and doing what they want to do, and then they dance. There's a lot going on in them properties. I'm about to come check it out.
Yes.
Get on the business, a serious business. So, Pat, what does it mean to you, knowing you have a career? You can be anywhere in the world. You're as knowledgeable as they come. You talk about a little bit of everything when it comes to senior care. What does it mean to you as a representative of senior lifestyle, having a young father at 90 and just knowing that you're in the community? What does it mean to you?
You know what? I just call it giving back service. I love my seniors. They've imparted so much, and yet they're the ones that's often preyed on, but they're the most valuable in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that I have to give back to my seniors. I really do. So I love it. I love it. I do it all over again.
Absolutely.
All over again.
Well, I understand, and I'm excited that you were with me again. So everyone, they're no stranger. They're our friends, Prairie Green of Dixie Crossing or Prairie Green at Phase Point. Go to seniorlifestyle.com and search those two terms. Then we have commercials playing all over the country. We're going to want you to come and take a visit and have the experience. How are we doing tours right now?
Tours, you can walk in or you can call and schedule an appointment.
All right, fantastic. And we'll have that information available to you on our website at seniortalkmedia.com. So, Pat, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for being a part of our show once again. I know you're busy. I'll make sure I get that schedule so I can tell all my friends to be there. And I got some upcoming events that I want your seniors to participate in too.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Clara.
My pleasure. Everyone, let me say it's been a pleasure to be with you today. Pat is no stranger, but please do us a favor and go to seniorlifestyle.com and make the selection of 2 properties or one that fits your community needs. And that is seniorlifestyle.com. Today we featured Prairie Green at Dixie Crossing and Prairie Green at Phase Point. Everyone, thank you for making us a part of your day, and we'll see you next time for Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard.